Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright, Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob, the Stress and Pain Relief Doctor of StressFreeNow.info and of Stress Free Now podcast. You can see or hear these podcasts either on our website or on YouTube, and on other places, of course, where you would see podcasts. So today, I briefly want to talk to you about something that you most likely know already, which is that reading is good for you. And the reason I'm chuckling is that I can't imagine that 25 years ago, I would have had to make a video like this because everybody pretty much, when I was growing up, always talked about how good reading was, etc. But something has happened in the last 25 years where fewer people are reading and fewer people can read. And I have come across more functionally illiterate people than you could shake a stick at. And so what I want to do in today's video is to encourage you to do the obvious, which is to pick up a book and read. So part of the issue is that these devices that I see most people using. So for example, I'm in Riga, Latvia, and as I looked out of the window of the tour bus, what I noticed that about 90% of people were walking down the street looking at their phones. And if you think about 25, 30 years ago, people weren't doing that. And not only that aspect, but what I'm saying, technology has advanced to the point such that the tour that I just took, they didn't have a tour guide. People had on headphones. I refused to put on headphones so that I could listen to a tour. I like the old-fashioned way. I like having a human tour guide. Now, I have to admit, it was nice in the sense that they had maybe 10 languages. You could put on the headphones and turn to the channel. But guess what? By each person on the tour having on headphones, there was absolutely no interaction between people on the tour and one another. They were just using their devices, taking pictures and video, and listening in headphones. There was no talking, no discussion like, ooh, look at that, that's nice, that's really cool. And so I think that if you step back and take a look at this human to machine or machine to human communication, there's a tremendous amount of, I don't even know what to call it, but just a tremendous amount of living loss because you are communicating with a machine and not communicating with the person sitting right next to you. And so I just want to emphasize that when I was growing up, kids picked up books and learned the joys of reading. And that has stayed with me my entire life. And if you've seen kids in preschool and kindergarten, how excited they can get with a book. Now, parents and people in school are sticking tablets in front of them, sticking cell phones in front of them, sticking computers in front of them. And why does that matter? It matters because the people that brought you the tablet, the smartphone, the laptop, they don't allow their own children to use any of those digital devices before they are the age of 12 to 14. Why? Because they know it's damaging to the brain and nervous system, which is highly plastic before the age of 14. And so think about this. If an inventor doesn't allow his own children to use no TV, no cell phone, no computer, no laptop, but in all the public schools, you have TVs, laptops, computers, digital phones, and then you go to the private schools where people can afford $50,000 or $25,000 a semester for their child in school. What are they doing? They're doing things the old-fashioned way. No computers, no TV. They're using pencil, paper, scissors. They're on the floor doing kinesthetic stuff instead of scrolling. Because you know what that scrolling does to the brain? It puts the grooves deeper into the brain. And so there's no wonder why there's a spike in ADD and ADHD, because what is being done to our children? They're scrolling on these phones. They're watching TV shows that are meant for adults. I peeked into an event that was rated PG-13, and you should have seen all the young kids there. Now, PG-13 today is the equivalent to what a triple X movie was when I was a child. So people have their 3, 4, and 5-year-old and a PG-13. So listen, I'm not here to give anybody a beat down. I'm here to just encourage you. Please, if you have children, please get books that they can hold and enjoy and read. You will see a tremendous difference. Remember, the children of the very wealthy, they have books. They are not using these devices until at least 12 or 14. Imagine going into a home and there's no TV. That's what the home is like for these children that are at the top of the food chain. So why should you give your child any less? And so all I can suggest is, if you can give your child the joy of reading. This is something that we've had for over 100 years in the United States. And now I feel this is being decimated, because when you look at the curriculum, the children can't read, they can't do math. They took the phonics out of the curriculum. They took out cursive writing. So now you have kids graduating, CPAs and lawyers that have no signature and they can't read and write phonics. So at the core of that is language and reading. So this is Dr. Bob signing off from Riga, Latvia, wishing you to encourage your children to pick up books instead of those devices. Learn how to enjoy reading from books. From Latvia, until next time, be safe and be well.